If you've watched our videos in the past, you realize the importance that we put on financial planning, especially financial planning for retirement. But with the many clients that we've done this with, we often find that they aren't sure what their retirement needs actually are. Many come into our offices saying they need $1 million, they need $2 million, but they're not sure what that need is or how it's calculated. What we've seen is that many families have comfortable retirements with less than $1 million. We've also seen families that can't meet their retirement goals with that or even more. The purpose of today's video is to help you understand how much it takes to achieve different levels of retirement income and let you make that decision for yourself. Hi, I'm Josh Palmer, Director of Financial Planning with the Noble Group. I'm a certified financial planner and have spent more than 20 years in the financial industry. Let's introduce our clients, Adam and Jenny. They're 64 and looking to retire next year at age 65. Based on their birth year, their full retirement age for Social Security is 67. Adam's Social Security will be $3,000 per month at his full retirement age, and Jenny's will be $2,000 per month at her full retirement age. Now, I want to preface our calculations with this. The numbers we come up with for Adam and Jenny will not translate over perfectly for you or for any other client that walks into our offices. Rather than looking at this exercise as finding a magic number for your spending goal, consider these calculations as a baseline estimate for what a typical client in a similar situation to Adam and Jenny may need. And as we walk through this exercise, we'll highlight some of the most important factors that you should consider when planning for your own retirement. Okay, so let's first look at retiring Adam and Jenny on $5,000 a month. Now, you may have already put together that if Adam and Jenny wanted to retire at full retirement age, they'd be able to meet their income need with just their Social Security payments. Theoretically, they wouldn't need any money in their portfolio. But if they're dead set on retiring at 65, their Social Security amount is going to be reduced. Adam's amount will be reduced to $2,600 per month, and Jenny will get $1,700 per month, for a combined total of $4,300 a month. So now they're $700 short of their goal. What size portfolio then will they need to cover this difference? Let's assume Adam and Jenny will live to 90, which is pretty consistent with current U.S. life expectancy averages. We'll also add in a 2% annual cost of living adjustment, so their $5,000 a month is technically growing over time to keep up with inflation. With these numbers, Adam and Jenny will need a portfolio of about $240,000 to retire at age 65 on $5,000 a month. So Adam and Jenny said, look, Josh, this is great. This gives us a good idea of what it'll take for us to retire on $5,000 a month. But what if we double that to $10,000? What does that look like? Now, the easy assumption says, all right, we're doubling their need. So simply doubling their portfolio should be able to fund it, right? However, it's not that simple, because the underlying value of Social Security isn't changing. We're still stuck at that $4,300 per month. Now, Social Security won't even cover half of our monthly income. We're $5,700 short of our goal. And in reality, Social Security will actually be even less now because of taxes. The IRS has a formula that says up to 85% of your Social Security benefit may be taxed if your provisional income is above certain limits. Provisional income is defined as taxable income, tax-free interest, and 1/2 of your Social Security benefits. For joint filers, if provisional income is below $32,000, Social Security benefits won't be taxed. If your provisional income is greater than $44,000, 85% of benefits are taxed. On our $5,000 a month calculations, Adam and Jenny's provisional income did not exceed the $32,000 threshold. So none of their Social Security benefits or portfolio withdrawals were taxed. Now at our $10,000 a month income, because their provisional income is greater than $44,000, 85% of Adam and Jenny's Social Security is taxable. So we'll apply a 10% effective rate to all their retirement income. Their Social Security payment after taxes is about $39.35 per month, which leaves us $6,065 short of our goal. We'll need to again adjust for our 10% effective tax rate, so this means we'll need to take a little over $6,700 per month out of our portfolio to meet our goal. When we run these numbers, we can see that Jenny and Adam need a $1.4 million portfolio to meet their goal of $10,000 per month. Let's look at some other options at this income level. First, if Adam and Jenny delay retirement until 67 to get their full Social Security benefit, the portfolio needed drops to $1.325 million. If they wait until age 70 to receive their 8% annual delayed credits, the portfolio need drops to about $1.31 million. Now you may be looking at this and wondering why our portfolio need isn't really changing a whole lot when we adjust our retirement age. As Social Security makes up a smaller and smaller piece of Adam and Jenny's monthly income, the less taking Social Security at different ages matters. So after going through this, Adam and Jenny say, all right, Josh, this is all good info to have, but what if we wanted to just go all out? Set a monthly spending goal of $15,000 a month. What would it take to achieve that? Well, now that we're increasing the income needed, we also have to increase the effective tax rate. We'll bump that up to 15%. At 65, the $4,300 per month that they receive from Social Security becomes $3,750 per month after taxes. That means they're $11,250 short of their $15,000 goal. With their 15% effective tax rate, this means we'll need to take about $13,230 per month out of their portfolio. With these numbers, Adam and Jenny would need a portfolio of $2.6 million at age 65. If they delay retirement until 67, their portfolio need drops to $2.5 million. Delaying till 70 drops it down to $2.45 million. So what should you take away from this exercise? First, as you saw with Adam and Jenny, the age at which you decide to retire could play a pivotal role in the amount you need saved. Now, as your monthly spending goal increases and Social Security is a smaller and smaller proportion of your income, your retirement age will likely have less of an impact on your portfolio need. But at Adam and Jenny's lowest spending level, just a 2-year change in when they decide to retire was the difference between fully funding their goals with just Social Security or needing more than $250,000 in their portfolio. Second, this exercise is just that. It's an exercise. It's impossible for us to account for your individual situation with just these numbers. Determining your personal retirement budget has many factors, including all potential incomes such as Social Security, pensions, real estate rentals, and part-time work. You may need to consider local tax rates such as property taxes and state or local income taxes. The makeup of your portfolio will also impact these numbers. Do you have some assets that are non-qualified, some that may have already been taxed, or some that are tax-free such as Roth IRAs or Roth 401ks? Another thing not included in these calculations is that retiring at an older age reduces the number of years your portfolio has to support your living expenses. With a life expectancy of 90, retiring at 65 requires 25 years of portfolio draws, whereas retiring at 70 only requires 20 years of portfolio draw. Finally, if you want to know what these numbers would be for you, building a financial plan will help give you a personalized, accurate assessment. Our team here at the Noble Group is ready to work with you to help you achieve your retirement goals. Thanks for watching.